how's it going? How's it holding up? Here's my watch pile. Color Out of Space. Finally got around to seeing this. I was excited about it. It's the same people who did Mandy, which is Elijah Wood's production company. One of my favorite Lovecraft stories for sure. Two amazing movies, Mandy and Color Out of Space. Next is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. One of my favorite books as a kid. The illustrations definitely made me want to get into art and illustrating myself. By Stephen Gamble. The creatures in this movie are very true to the original illustrations, all but one, and that's the Me-Tai Do-Tai Ray Walker monster. It's close, but they made it look more menacing in the movie. Yeah, this is great. This is very atmospheric. I was worried it was going to be like a cynical cash grab, on, one of my beloved kids' books. But, no, it's amazing. It's got Guillermo del Toro is involved, so it's going to be good. Just a great atmosphere. And you can actually watch it, if you got kids. It's not too intense. It's got that great atmosphere like the movie Trick or Treat. You know what I'm talking about? You do if you watch horror movies. The 2001. It's got Anne Paquin in it and stuff. That's a great movie too. Dark City. Now this is like basically the Matrix before the Matrix. It's super. I mean, the same premise basically, and you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. But it's like very comic booky. The editing even feels like you're watching a comic book. It's hard to explain, but it's very. I don't know. I feel like I'm watching a comic book. Not just aesthetically, but just how it's edited. And it's like a great take on film noir as well. Nick Swardson, seriously, who farted? I like Nick Swardson. He's great, just dumb fun dude humor. That's all that is. I remember watching this on like YouTube back in the day. I don't know if it was the illegal upload days. Mourad Rising. This is a thrift pickup and is autographed by the director. Just a basic, straightforward doc about like animals that got displaced and died in Hurricane Katrina. Well, this is about saving the ones that lived and rehoming them and stuff. It's just a straightforward, not crazy entertaining or anything. Another doc, Nerdcore Rising. This was a lot of fun. I'm definitely into nerdcore, which is basically just rap. Guys who rap about computers and hard drives and RAM and stuff. MC Chris is in it. He's probably the most famous nerdcorist out there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Definitely recommend watching that if you get a chance. Monsterland 2. This is... it's low budget, cheesy. It was okay. It was just okay. Sorry to anybody who likes this one, but it's just maybe I need to. Some of the segments were just confusing. Maybe it's above my head and I have to watch it again, but I probably won't. There's a lot of other things I'd rather watch first, over again. But there is one segment about like a bug. A guy swallows a bug and his wife's pregnant, and it's just like this convoluted, crazy nightmare. Even that one kind of ends on a weird note. VHS time. This is The Indian in the Cupboard. Oh yeah. I got it like flipped out around for the alternate color cover. This is one of my favorite books as a kid. Next to maybe like Hatchet and My Side of the Mountain. I really like those survivalist kid in the wood movies. The effects on this hold up, actually. They're really good. Mostly compositing like small into large, making bigatures and miniatures and all that kind of stuff. But it's seamless, I think. It looked good. And my ex-girlfriend actually talked to the guy who played the Indian. I don't know. That's pretty neat, I think. And here comes my heater kicking on. Oh, jeez. The Indiana Jones trilogy. Of course, they're all amazing, well done films. How could they not be, with like George Lucas and why am I blanking on the name? The dude that did E.T. Jaws. I can't believe I'm blanking on that name. Spielberg. There he is. But Raiders of the Lost Ark is more of serious movie in a way. Well, as serious as the concept can be serious, but Temple of Doom was just goofy. It was like just very much like they were almost aiming for like a kid audience, I guess. But they had some really silly moments, like when they jump out of the airplane in a inflatable boat. That was just ridiculous. My girlfriend and I just laughed out loud at that. It was silly. Dummy, with Adrian Brody and I'm not even trying to say her name, Mila Jovovich from the Resident Evil movies. But this is just like a quirky rom-com. It's trying to I feel like it's trying to bite on that style, like it's a Wes Anderson movie, but it doesn't really quite hit. And the bad guy, the bad guy is the guy from one of the main scientists from Chernobyl, which was an amazing miniseries. Definitely worth that. Check that out if you can. Double O Kid. This is just basic 90s cheese, but it actually has a lot of names in it. It's got Sean Wallace-Shawn, Bridget Nielsen, Nicole Eggert, and the dude who played Gimli, but he died like right up front. Yeah, I like 90s cheese in all its form. Congo. This is just, a classic 90s movie, killer animals. Like, it's by the same dude who did The Relic. What's his name? Kreitman? Something like that. But anyway, this was a movie. Like, if the technology was up to par to do, like, CGI, they would have done it. But I'm glad they went the practical route. The effects are done by Stan Winston, so they're amazing. But it's just kind of a flatly acted 90s movie, popcorn stupid movie. It's fun to watch it again. Nothing special. Bruce Campbell's in it for like a second, and then he dies. Up front. Starman, and this is the original VHS, by the way. I was excited to pick this up. By John Carpenter. I forgot that. Well, I don't even think I knew that John Carpenter did Starman, but liked this movie as a kid. Always saw it on HBO when it came on. The opening scene, I think you can even see it on the back here, right there. The opening scene where Jeff Bridges turns from a star child to a Starman is crazy, nightmarish. I'm surprised it didn't freak me out more as a kid, but it reminds me of the scene from Inner Space, done by Rob Bottin, one of the best practical effects makeup artists out there, where the guy's face is changing rapidly and it's all rubbery and it looks like the Sledgehammer video or something. Peter Gabriel. And Jeff Bridges is delightful. So it was fun watching that again. Spartacus. Now this is a Stanley Kubrick movie. Been wanting to see it for a while. Picked it up because I saw it there staring at me. It won a bunch of Oscars. It's well done, of course, but it doesn't remind me of any of the classic Kubrick films that I'm into. My favorites would be Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, even though it's a really messed up movie. But awesome. It's very talky and dry. It's just classic cinema, if you will. And Kirk Douglas is in it. He is Spartacus. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Oh boy, let me tell you what, I was excited. Well, actually, I don't know why I didn't bother seeing it the first time it came out. I think I was like maybe sequel fatigued even then, back in the day, 2003 or something. It kind of slaps of 2000, early 2000s, but this was fun. It was fun. I don't know what else to say. It was just as good as Terminator 2, so it slaps, man. But the only thing that threw me was Edward Furlong didn't reprise his role as John Connor. I think he coulda. I mean, he grew up quite a bit from then, then to then. But yeah, that's a good one for sure. I can't believe I never saw it before. Spellbound, another doc. It's actually it's more entertaining than you might think. A movie about spelling bees and kids that are very nerdy, but they're delightful. Waiting for Guffman. I was excited to pick this up. It has that great dry sense of humor that only the dudes that did Spinal Tap, all that. Waiting for Guffman. What else did they do? Spinal Tap, A Mighty Wind, amazing. Yeah, that's why I need to pick up A Mighty Wind and Best in Show, and then Spinal Tap again because I sold that a long time ago. But yeah, this is great stuff. Hilarious. And last but not least, Nowhere to Run, a Jean-Claude Van Damme classic. Just classic Van Damme being a tough guy and kicking some butt. Yeah, he doesn't do the splits in this, but I do believe he is naked in front of Kieran Culkin and a young girl, and it made me uncomfortable. So that's it. Thanks for watching.